Hello, and welcome to the last Friday recap of 2022. This week, we are jumping into the newest headsets in VR, the end of language learning and ultra thin haptics, all of it applying to education. So let's hop into it. First of all, we have HTC announcing that they will be releasing a new headset at CES. Very excited about this because the headset looks like a combination of their Focus 3, which had a great functionality and great amount of features that you could work with and really strong hardware, and the form factor of their Vive Flow, which is very compact, very light. So excited to see how those two will combine. And talking to some of our contacts at HTC, they were saying that this is the most excited that they've been for any new technology in over 10 years. So knowing that knowing that HTC has released some great hardware and technology in the past few years, and knowing that obviously so many other companies have as well, I think that's a very bold statement, and I'm excited to see if it proves itself. Looking along those lines and looking at competition, obviously we're hoping that prices continue to go down, that the hardware continues to get better, and I think the competition continues to go up so that those things continue to grow, and so that there isn't one company ruling the rest. So looking at CES 2023, there are at least four companies that will be on the show and showing off what they're up to. So first we have Sony with their PSVR 2. Really excited to try this headset, but honestly, it won't be very applicable in the education space because it's hard to develop for the PlayStation 5 platform, as they're very restricted of the games that they want on there. So then we have HTC. They've been really great at open source. They are now on OpenXR, so a lot easier to develop for, and very excited to see this headset come out, like I said. Moving along, we have the Somnium VR1. So Somnium is a Web3 or blockchain metaverse company. And from what I understand, they were started by some of the founders of Second Life, so a lot of years of experience in the space. But excited to see this headset, completely open source apparently, and just always excited to see more competition entering the headset market. And this could be a very good headset for educators and academic institutions because of the open source capabilities of it. You could 3D print different things apparently, and to add new features and add new accessories to it. So with lots of academic institutions having maker spaces, that could be kind of the perfect match. So excited to see that. And then as well, Sharp, I would say, is kind of a household name in the technology space. Not the highest tier technology, but definitely a good mid-tier technology. And I'm excited to see them entering the space because we have so many large companies that have kind of been ruling the technology world, like Amazon, Google, Apple, Facebook, etc., Samsung, that are putting out headsets or soon to be releasing headsets. And it will be very interesting to see a company like Sharp that maybe hasn't been that big in the space, in the technology space for a while, how they might be able to really enter and pull ahead of these others if they can do VR headsets the right way. So excited to watch all four of these come out in the next couple of weeks as CES commences. Then kind of switching gears here, there's been a lot of talk about Chat GPT in schools and in education. So I was just looking up a bunch of different articles. I really liked this opinion piece from the New York Times. It's talking about how Plato didn't really like the alphabet when it was first released because he thought it would take away from people's memory and being able to memorize things if they could just write everything down. And it's just arguing that Chat GPT might be doing the same thing. And if you don't know, Chat GPT basically allows you to ask it a question or prompt it to do something, just like you would with Google asking a question, except now instead of just giving you an answer, it can write you a whole essay, or it could write you code for something that you're trying to program, or have so many other applications. So the worry here is that a student could ask ChatGPT to write all of its essays, or to get answers to complicated questions, or all kinds of different things that would be necessarily cheating. And my thoughts here are that schools need to be evolving or constantly evolving to match what the industry is doing and what the workplace looks like. So if we have access to VR headsets or calculators or any other technology in our workplace where we're going to be using that on a daily basis, there should probably be some classes, or at least have that technology involved in classes, where students can learn how they're going to use that in the real world. So if ChatGPT is now accepted for writing essays or writing blog posts, and now you just are going in there and you're doing the creative piece and the editing and that side of things, then maybe that's where things should be heading, that is the skills that students are now being taught. That being said, there's a lot of controversy around it, so I don't think that that's the perfect answer, and I would need to talk to a lot more people to understand the perfect answer. But I really look at any AI as that tool to get rid of monotonous and tedious tasks and um, be able to have people come in, get those tasks over with, so that they can do the creative and fun parts of their job that they do enjoy. So hopefully, ChatGPT can do that in the real world, and then in the academic world, that can be mirrored. And then wrapping up, wanted to highlight this really cool ultra thin electronic skin for Tactile. So you've probably seen Tactile gloves or even full Tesla suits or other suits for vibrations and different things so that you can feel the virtual world. But very exciting here, these researchers have come up with this ultra thin haptics. So you can see it's like basically paper thin. It looks like a plastic bag around this guy's hand, and that gives all the haptics. Obviously, this is very early research, but that is what we're going to need to get to, so that it can just be like a shirt that you throw on it or a quick pair of gloves that you throw on when you're jumping into your VR or AR or MR experience, so that you can really feel it. It just needs to be that simple and that thin. So obviously, this is a ways away, but exciting to see where things are today and compare them to where they were not too many years ago. So that was your XpertVR Friday recap for 2022 or the end of 2022. If you haven't already, please subscribe, comment, like below. Let us know what you want to see next, what you want to see more of, and we can make sure to look for that type of news to highlight for you. And otherwise, I hope you have a great New Year's and look forward to chatting in the new year. Peace out.